Yeah, they'll pass you by, glory days, and the week for you know it's our glory days, glory days.
How's it going, folks? This is Wayne back with another lesson and an amazing song as always. Today we've got another song by Bruce, and this time it's Glory Days. One of my favourite Bruce songs, this one. You can't go wrong with Bruce Springsteen. I always say if you don't like Bruce, you don't like music. This is fairly easy to play. I'm going to show you an easy way with just sort of 3 easy sort of open chords. I think most beginners could get this down. And I'm also going to show you a few tricks, a few embellishments, the riff and everything to make it sound, you know, a little bit closer to the song. Now if you do want the chords, the lyrics and the strumming pattern to this, as always I'm going to post it up on my Patreon page, so there'll be a link to that in the description. I'll also put a link in the comments. And the way that works, for as little as a couple of quid a month or however much you want to pay or you can afford, you know, appreciate every single penny. It helps, goes towards all these lessons, the filming, the editing, you know, the research. Very time consuming this, so it's just a way of you guys giving something back, and you get access to not only this song, pretty much everything I've done over the past 14 months is all up there, so you can print them off to coincide with the lessons. Works really well, and some exclusive stuff up there as well that isn't currently on YouTube. And if you're into your technique lessons, a lot of the scales are up there and some exercises I recently did, so go over and check that out. Another way that you could help me out, if you are subscribed, first of all, thank you very much. But please go and hit that little notification bell that's somewhere down there so you get notified every time I post a video up. And if you want to, please go over and give me a like on social media. So I'm Wayne Guitar on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and now also TikTok, as you always say. I'm trying to get down with the kids. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so the song is in standard tuning. For the intro, I'm going to show you an easy way and then show you how to put the riff in after. So basically, it's just going to be an A and a D chord. So we go A, D, A, D. I'm going to do that 4 times around. Now if you want to do a little embellishments around the chord, you can go from an A to an A sus4, back to the A again, and a D to a D sus4, back to the D. So we get this. So it's cool to do that. You can do that throughout the song as well, but I think it's quite nice doing this. Okay, so this is like almost like a little bit of a blues riff. So what we're doing there, I've got my first finger, that's on the 2nd fret on the D string, and I'm going to play that also with the open A string. And we're going to use on the same string on the D, my 3rd finger is going to go on the 4. So we got this 2, 2, 4, 2. I'm going to move that down, so my 1st finger is now on the G string, and we're going to play the open D and do exactly the same thing. Now what actually happens on the record after the first one, so it does this little hammer on from 3 to 4 on the A string. Okay, and after the one where you drop it down, we do a pull off on the A string from 3 to 2, and then we do one more with hammer on from 3 to 4, and then it just goes in without the hammer ons and the pull offs, just the okay. And when the vocals come in, I tend to start strumming the chords, so that's just the A, the D, A, D. That's going to go around again, A, D, A, D, and the 3rd line we're going to go from an E chord, then we're going to go back to the D, and then the same again, back to the E chord, and then back to the D. So I'm just going to sing that through so you can see how that gels together. So I got a friend was a big baseball player back in high school. He could throw that speedball by you, make you look like a fool, but you go to the E. Saw him the other night on this roadside bar. I was walking D, I was walking out, back to the E. We went back inside, sat down and had a few drinks, and we kept talking about. Okay, then we're into the chorus, which the first 2 lines are an A to a D, Third line is going to be A, E, A, D, and then we go back into the verse chords again. So glory days, well then I'll pass you by, glory days, in the wake of a young girl's eye, glory days, glory days. There was a girl that lives up the block. Okay, we go back into as normal, the verse 2 and the second chorus, which is exactly the same. After the second chorus, we've got this little break part, which is basically an E chord for 2 bars, a D and an E. So it's a D, and then we do this, sort of stops it on the E chord there. Now it's nice to put embellishments around this part. So the E chord, we could turn that into an E sus4, then back to an E again. So that's just keeping the E shape on, adding your little pinky on the second fret on the G, and then off again. And then we're going to do the D sus4, that's just adding your little pinky on the third fret on the top E string while you got that D shape on. So we get this. Okay, now the third verse is exactly the same, but if you want to keep it sort of true to the song, give it the dynamic, it's good to do the chords with palm muting. Now I'm going to talk about the main strumming pattern in a short while, but what palm muting is, if you've never done it before, is taking sort of the side of your palm there and lightly pressing it on the string, so it sort of dampens the chords, and we just tend to do downstrokes. So what we get is a... I'm going down to the well tonight. I'm gonna drink to get my fill, and I hope when I get older I won't sit around thinking about it, but I probably will. Go to the E, sitting back and trying to recapture the little glory of, well, the time slips away and it leaves you with nothing, mister, but the boring stories are glory days. Well, we'll pass you by, glory days, it'll look for young girls' eye, glory days, glory days. Well, we'll pass you by, glory days, it'll look for young girls' eye, glory days, glory days. Outro is just going from the A to the D chord. Or you could put those little embellishments there, that A to the A sus4 and the D to the D sus4. Sounds really cool. And that is pretty much, you know, the meat and potatoes of the song. Great song. Like I say, you can build it, add all those riffs and things in, make it sound a little bit, you know, more like the song, just you playing it on an acoustic guitar, which works really cool. Or you can keep it really simple, just playing, you know, the open chords if you're sort of at a beginner level. So that just leaves us with a strumming pattern. Now I mix it up a little bit as I go along. We've talked about the, you know, the palm muting as well in the third verse, but a pattern that would work quite well would be a down, down, up, down, up, down, up. So that's a down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so thanks very much for watching. Hope you all dug that. And as I said in the intro, if you don't like Bruce, you don't like music, I'm afraid, and you're not going to get along with me. Now, if you are a Bruce fan, I've done a couple of the obvious ones. If you want to go and check those out, Dancing in the Dark's there, Born in the USA. If you want to go and check those out, fairly easy to play as well. Great ones to get down on an acoustic guitar. You know, Bruce, great singer-songwriter. So, like I say, anything he does pretty much works really well on an acoustic guitar. So go over and check those out. If you got any requests for any other Bruce songs, or not just Bruce, anything 50s to modern day, it's going to work well on an acoustic or an electric guitar within reason. So a lot of you know the drill now. The easiest way is obviously comment in the post below. Or if you want to find me a personal message over requesting a song on those social media platforms I suggested at the start of the video, you're very welcome to. I just always point out that I do literally get hundreds and I have to henpick them a little bit. But don't let that put you off. I do really appreciate it, and that's what keeps this channel going, so please keep your requests coming. Like I say, very much appreciated. Another thing that's very much appreciated, I'll quickly mention it again, if you are subscribed, hitting that little notification bell so you get notified every time I post a video up and you can keep up to date. The Patreon thing, sorry to keep banging on about it, but if you want to print the chords and lyrics off to, you know, coincide with this lesson, there's a link to that in the comments, also in the description. Go and check that out. And I always say word of mouth is a powerful thing, so if you dig what I do, please like and share my videos, tell your friends, tell your work colleagues, anyone you know plays guitar, please point them in my direction. And whatever time of day it is you're watching, whether it be morning, day, night, thank you very much, and I'll catch you all for a lesson very soon. Take care.